Coming up, Tzu Chi volunteers in Myanmar began Tzu Chi's second stage rice seed distribution in Taikkyi for farmers in need. And we meet a dentist who makes efforts to understand the needs of the underprivileged while offering them free services. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. During the monsoon season this year, Myanmar was hit by serious floods, affecting 12 out of 14 provinces. In the aftermath of the floods, Tzu Chi volunteers mobilized to distribute free rice seeds in September, helping more than 5,000 families replant their fields. Recently, Tzu Chi volunteers began the second stage of rice seed distribution, which will last till May of next year, benefiting a total of 18,000 farmers. In Myanmar, Tzu Chi volunteers began distributing rice seeds in Taikkyi Township at the end of December. The distribution, which will last till May of next year, is estimated to help more than 18,000 farmers in Taikkyi and Malbi replant their fields.
We are very happy that Tzu Chi volunteers came to distribute rice seeds to us farmers. We also hope we can donate some of our rice seeds to other people after harvest.
On the day of the distribution, volunteers in Myanmar and their counterparts from Malaysia work together. The volunteers on site also promote Tzu Chi's ideologies through songs. After the volunteers respectfully handing the rice seeds, this farmer cannot wait to reciprocate by making a donation.
You gave us free rice seeds to see us through the tough times. Learning from you, I also want to give to help others.
The quality of these rice seeds is very good, and we cannot buy them outside. I have 6,670 square meters of fields and have started replanting 2,668 square meters of it.
After the rice seed distribution, the volunteers also conduct home visitations to better understand the needs of the farmers, hoping to help people in Myanmar rejuvenate their economy by replanting rice. In today's Master Yearend's teachings, she talked about one of the biggest issues facing us, the impact of global warming. She also encourages Tzu Chi volunteers to continue their efforts in protecting the environment.
美国慈会啊，还有呢，这个几位执行长回来呀，来报告这一次呢，到法国巴黎呀，参加这样气候高峰会，就是要让全球的元首大臣大家呢来共认知，地球发烧啦，温度升高啦，所以减碳节能啊，这样的观念大家要有共识。但是，好像呢，这大家已经共识了，但是要共识难啊。在这样利益挂帅啦，而且呢，人人争气的，的确实在是没法度。但是呢，最起码我们呢也要尽一分的责任，要如何来保护地球？其实我们已经呢几十年啦，都在提倡呢。爱物、惜物、节约等等，我们都在做。其实呢，老菩萨懂理，伊唔免捌字。很多人呐，学问很高，但是呢，他道理不清楚。我们的老菩萨呢，他们都是呢，真诚的。道理身体力行哦，我们所做的呢，这样的引带在当场呢，很多人也会说，这跟他台湾做会到，真多国家 做被告，也了解呢，我们做得很彻底，做得呢真好。回收大家都有观念可以回收，但是呢，要这样的分类呢，能那样的彻底呢，唯有慈济能做得到，因为我们有一群很真诚的菩萨，疼惜爱护、虔诚付出，这都是很令人感动的哦。
A high-tech company in a southern Taiwan science park was about to demolish its prefabricated office now that its new office is ready. However, the company's manager thought the prefab unit can be put to better use and asked Tzu Chi volunteers if they wanted. It just so happened that Tzu Chi Shanhua office in Tainan was about to be rebuilt, so the prefab has turned into a temporary office for the local volunteers. Tzu Chi volunteers in Tainan are dismantling the temporary office of an electronics company, which was set to be demolished now that the company has completed its expansion.
It's wasteful to demolish this building with all the building materials intact.
We have held activities with the UMC, so its CEO is very supportive of Tzu Chi.
As the company had no more use of this prefabricated unit, it thought it would be better to donate a unit to Tzu Chi.
After we take it apart, we will ship it to our Sanhua office and use it there. Between 70 and 80 volunteers come every day to dismantle it.
This prefabricated unit will be used as a temporary office, so it can be used again. It's normal for students in Taiwan to use computer for their assignments and to search information online, but the situation in the Philippines is different, as many students cannot afford to buy even one computer in their lifetime. Now Tzu Chi is trying to break that barrier. The Tzu Chi Philippine branch is working with an insurance company to donate computers to students on Tzu Chi Scholarship Aid Program and give them a chance at an internship.
20 new desktop computers with a complete set of peripherals will be donated to poor students.
I'm really happy and grateful because I'll have my own computer. I don't need to go to my friend's place to use his computer.
This biggest insurance company in the Philippines has donated these computers.
Yun yung boss namin. Sabi niya, bakit Tzu Chi? So sabi namin,
Our boss asked why we suggested Tzu Chi. We told him we had volunteered for Tzu Chi, and we know that after typhoons, Tzu Chi has been helping in late Marikina. We know these goods will be used at the right place.
Donations, mapupunta talaga sa beneficiaries.
Donating computers is just the first step. This insurance company has another joint venture with Tzu Chi, and it is already underway.
Finalize IPAR's partnership and commitment to Tzu Chi Foundation and its scholars will extend and provide technical exposure and on-the-job training to help get the necessary IT work experience and the necessary skills that will give you employment advantage. We have embarked on this journey to help you achieve your goals and fulfill your dreams.
This is not a one-off program. I want this to be a year-long program that we envision for the scholars to give them an opportunity to really learn from film in a real-life business environment. So we will partner with Tzu Chi to give your scholars this opportunity.
Tzu Chi has set up this platform for big corporations to carry out their social responsibilities to help poor students to be free from poverty.
Dr. Wu Mingzhe is a dentist in Zhanghua, Taiwan. As his mother is a Tzu Chi volunteer, Dr. Wu has learned of Tzu Chi's teaching and principle of universal love growing up. To do his part, Dr. Wu has decided to offer free dentures to the marginalized, and any Tzu Chi care recipient who comes to his clinic will be treated for free as well. Let's meet this compassionate young man. Rain or shine, 74-year-old Tzu Chi volunteer Huang Mei collects recyclables on the streets of Zhanghua for charity.
Hello, Auntie. I have everything sorted already by my secretary. All these are recyclables. I often see her pushing her cart full of recyclables on the street. She is always so cheerful. When I say hi to her, she always smiles back. When she smiles, I can see her teeth. So without needing to get an X-ray, I already know she's missing several teeth.
Huang Mei has money for charity, but doesn't want to spend it on dentures.
I was very moved, so I told her I will take care of it. She said she can't owe anyone any favors, and that it isn't allowed.
I just can't accept it. I haven't done anything great to deserve this. I can take advantage of others, but he does offer me discounts when I come.
After 1 year of persuasion, Dr. Wu finally got Huang Mei agreed to have her dentures made here.
Through her, I have learned a lot. She has no material attachment, which changed me. I used to want to buy many different things.
Learning from his patients, Dr. Wu also has come up with his own way to help people. Whenever he treats a Tzu Chi care recipient or those in need, he observes and talks to them like a detective to find out what is it that they really need.
Most of disadvantaged people can afford dental treatment. That's the truth. When they do have a need, often they are too embarrassed to talk about it. So we need to try to find out ourselves. I vow that I will do one good deed a day to help those with a real need.
Dr. Wu's mother has been serving in Tzu Chi for over a decade, which has a big influence on him as well.
We are very proud that he has made such a vow, as it is certainly within his ability to do so.
The waiting area of Dr. Wu's clinic is full of Jingsi publications, and he often rallies his co-workers to join him in TMA-free clinics. Dr. Wu is certainly a professional and compassionate dentist.
尽快让你有牙。
Tzu Chi volunteer Zhen Meihui in Taipei now undergoes chemotherapy for her breast cancer, but it doesn't stop her from continuing to care for families in need. The cancer also made her realize that she should cherish the chance to help.
On the day of winter solstice, Zhen Meihui and several other Tzu Chi volunteers visit Miss Yearend and bring her tangyuan for the occasion.
Tzu Chi volunteers bring over tangyuan for the winter solstice to wish you a safe new year.
For over a decade, Zhen Meihui never forgot Miss Yearend, a Vietnamese who must raise her two daughters alone after her husband died of cancer.
I want to thank you a lot. If I have any chance in the future, I'll help. I can volunteer to help people.
Zhen herself has breast cancer, and she is undergoing chemotherapy.
I do it once a week. After I recover, I start volunteering again.
When Zhen got her diagnosis 4 years ago, she could not accept it for a while. However, she has learned to live peacefully with the disease, so she can live happily every day. And when she has the ability to help, she never hesitates to offer her helping hand.
When you're sick, don't consider yourself a patient. You should strive forward and adjust your schedule. When it's time to rest, you should rest.
Now she always bears gratitude in everything she does. She thanks the disease for giving her a chance to reflect on herself, and she is thankful that she has the chance to give. She hopes the love and goodness will be carried on.
If we can visit needy families, it means we're blessed. We can realize that we're luckier than them. Tuesday was the winter solstice, which meant it was time to eat glutinous rice balls or tangyuan for the Chinese community across the world. Now, this traditional treat can be enjoyed in many different ways. It can be either served sweet as a dessert or salty as a part of a meal. We now take you to Taipei and Taichung Tzu Chi hospitals to learn how to properly enjoy tangyuan. Under the leadership of their superintendent, staff of Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital put on gloves and start making tangyuan. For the younger staff, this is their first tangyuan DIY.
This is kind of fun. When I was young, I saw my grandma roll the balls into form using a rice sieve. I've never done this before. It's like playing with clay.
Steamed sweet potato is added to the glutinous rice flour and then kneaded into shape by hand. Once cooked, everyone can enjoy a healthier version of the traditional treat.
加了地瓜，又营养，又不会太黏。
As the temperature of this year's winter solstice has set a record high, today's event holds a special meaning.
Due to the combined effect of El Nino and global warming, this year's winter doesn't feel like a winter at all. So we should think of the planet and become vegetarians as we enjoy our tangyuan.
As tangyuan is a homophone for unity in Chinese, all is reminded to stand together for the planet as well. Although glutinous rice balls are delicious, especially those with peanut, sesame, or other types of fillings, people need to be aware of their impact on our body. For an adult weighing 60 kilograms, eating one ball means walking for 20 minutes. By just having 4 balls is the equivalent of eating a bowl of rice. Thus, dietitians remind people to watch their intake.
Instead of the traditional peanut soup or red bean soup, which are all very high in sugar, people can enjoy tangyuan served in herbal tea, longyan and silver ear soup, or juju and wolfberry soup. This will reduce your sugar intake and make the tangyuan less sweet.
Though tangyuan served salty seems to be without added sugar, it is about 60 calories due to the oil in the fillings. To avoid the extra calories, one needs to watch for the ingredients used in the soup base.
By using seaweed, mushrooms, and vegetables to make the soup will fill you up quicker and also increase your fiber intake. If you decided to buy salty tangyuan takeout, due to the higher oil and sodium content in the soup, we don't recommend drinking it.
As people end up choking while eating the slippery rice balls, it pays to know the Heimlich maneuver, which is done by wrapping your arms tightly around a person's abdomen and then make quick upward and inward thrust toward the chest.
Tangyuan is sticky, so it might not come out easily. As Heimlich maneuver is performed, others should call for an ambulance. The maneuver should be performed until the tangyuan is forced out. If it still won't come out, try to dig for it with your fingers. Otherwise, CPR will have to be performed.
Doctors say elderly and children should cut their tangyuan down to size first before eating to minimize the risk of choking. At the year-end blessing ceremony held at Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital, some special guests took to the stage to express their gratitude to Tzu Chi volunteers. One water park explosion victim and his mother talked about how people reached out to them after the accident had shattered their lives. Meanwhile, head of Guishan Borough seized the occasion to thank Tzu Chi volunteers for helping the residents in his borough with post-typhoon cleanup. Let's join them there.
At a year-end blessing ceremony held at Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital, Bali water park explosion victim Dai Wei-tong and his mother took to the stage to share their experiences.
I used to think that only acquaintances will help each other, not strangers, or else they care for you with a purpose. However, after this incident, I saw how people who do not know us have kept us company.
Besides the mother and son pair, Guishan Borough head Gao Yiliang also seized the occasion to thank Tzu Chi volunteers.
I'm already 60 years old, and I have never seen our community being so severely flooded. When we were helpless, 230 Tzu Chi volunteers arrived on the scene on the second day.
As the year nears its end, people not only gather to share the holiday spirit, but also bear witness to how love brings hope for people in need.
In our next report, we meet a mother and daughter pair whose lives have been turned around thanks to Tzu Chi volunteers who never gave up on them. In Taoyuan, Tzu Chi care recipient Xiaojuan and her mother once lived in a dilapidated house and scavenged for a living. For the past 4 years, Tzu Chi volunteers have been caring for them and even repaired their house. To express their gratitude, Xiaojuan and her mother attended a year-end blessing ceremony in Zhongli district, where Xiaojuan's mother made vow to join other volunteers in recycling. Let's take a look.
Tzu Chi volunteers first befriended Xiaojuan out of their concern for her. Xiaojuan and her mother lived in a dilapidated house and scavenged for a living. In the past, they even slept right next to the recyclables they collected. Such a harsh living condition had hardened their hearts until Tzu Chi volunteers came into their lives.
We still have time for one more trip. By clearing away their heap of recyclables, they can get home earlier. The weather is freezing. How can she sleep here? During the winter, the temperature drops to 5 degrees Celsius. How can we let her stay outside?
阿伯要帮你再去哪里？
回收厂。
哈？
回收厂。
他这么疼你呀？
对。
是啊，你要不要跟阿伯说什么？
谢谢阿伯。
Besides the Tzu Chi uncle, another volunteer, Pan Xuezhu, even brought them home to stay for several months. Afterwards, they finally agreed to let the volunteers repair their house.
No matter what, everything must go. I continued to convince her up until last night. She cherishes all the items, so she got mad when we tried to throw it away. Therefore, I have to be considerate but firm.
After receiving Tzu Chi volunteers' help for 4 years, Xiaojuan and her mother are now able to live in a house that no longer leaks. Gratitude has also replaced her hostility towards other people. Therefore, on the day of Yearend blessing ceremony, Xiaojuan volunteers to help clean up the Zhongli Tzu Chi grounds.
I hope people who come here will feel good, seeing how clean the place is.
Xiaojuan's mother, who is usually shy, also takes to the stage to express her gratitude.
I vowed to change my living habits and join Tzu Chi brothers and sisters in recycling. Thank you.
The ceremony attendees bear witness to how Tzu Chi volunteers' love and assistance gave them hope and strength to face the future.
To learn some precious lessons outside the classroom, students from the elementary division of Tzu Chi Senior High School affiliated with Tzu Chi University recently went to Chinan Forest Recreation Area to learn from nature. In addition, they later headed to a Tzu Chi recycling station to get some hands-on experience on recycling. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.